What's going on, everybody? It is a little bit late here when I'm recording this, so if I'm whispering, I'm gonna try and turn up the volume. But with that being said, let's get right into it. There's some things that are very similar to previous ones, and there are some that have been changed. So, in this mock draft, I still have us picking TJ Watt round one. Not much else has changed there. Round two, I'm getting back on the Sidney Jones hype train. And I know he got injured and he's going to be out for at least 6 months, most likely with that injury. And I know what you guys are saying. We don't want another Senquez Golson on the team. Here's the thing that I really like Sidney Jones round two. Excuse me. Regardless of who we pick, in the first 3 rounds, especially at corner, they won't start day one unless they absolutely have to. So we can survive a little bit with Ross Cockrell because of the fact that once Sidney Jones comes back, he is arguably the best corner in this year's draft. I mean, it's him and Marshawn Lattimore back and forth. So I think the upside is incredible. His talent is undeniable, and he's a bit of a risk in round two. But if we waited till round three, he would have been gone. And there's a good possibility that he might even be gone in the second round before we even pick. So, going along with that, the first pick in the third round, I have my Pittsburgh Steelers selecting Lorenzo Jerome, free safety out of St. Francis. Listen, I know he went to a small school. He went to St. Francis University, which is, I believe, a D2 school in Pennsylvania, but his production is insane. You even look at when he went to the Collegiate Bowl and when he went to the Reese's Senior Bowl, look at his production there. And then the second pick in the third round, I have us picking up Cam Sutton. He's another corner from Tennessee. So now we have depth at corner. We have fixed our outside linebacker situation. We have fixed our corner situation. We have fixed our safety depth and situation because I do believe Lorenzo Jerome can eventually start over Mike Mitchell. So right there, you fixed your secondary. And I know a lot of people are going to say inside linebacker. I don't have one until the 7th round. And this is the reason why I don't. I believe that we go into training camp this year, and the starting spot next to Shazier is going to be up for grabs. It's going to be probably between Vince Williams, who's been there for a while, and actually a guy who I think could start over him, and that's Tyler Matakevich. And the reason why I think he can start over Vince Williams is, sure, Vince Williams has the size, he has the experience, and he has a little bit of speed. You look at Tyler Matakevich, and the reason why he dropped so far in last year's draft was because of his terrible time at his 40-yard dash at the combine. He just posted on, I forget what social media, I think it was Snapchat, so I really can't bring it back up. But he posted that he was running 20 miles an hour in this offseason, which means he has definitely increased his speed, which means it would be a perfect situation because that was the only thing that it was really lacking was the speed. So you pair him up with Shazier, you have a great inside linebacker core for years to come. You have TJ Watt and Bud Dupree for years to come. Then on the back end, you have Lorenzo Jerome and Sean Davis for years to come. And then on the cornerback core, you have a lot of pieces to work with. Arguably, Artie Burns is going to be the number one. So if Sidney Jones can come back and stay healthy, he might be our number two, or he might even take Artie Burns' spot, and Artie Burns might become the number two. But regardless, that could happen, And then we have Cam Sutton for depth. So Cam Sutton might even beat out Ross Cockrell for that starting spot. So now we have Cam Sutton, Sidney Jones in this draft. That would be excellent, excellent depth. And even on top of all of that, you could play Cameron Sutton at nickel, at dime, at safety if you even wanted to, and you could put him back on punt returns to try and limit the exposure that Antonio Brown is getting in terms of injuries. So I'm just going to run through the rest of the draft. Round 4, Josh Dobbs. The reason why I'm in the 4th round is because he is definitely a project. He has some accuracy issues and he has some decision making issues that he needs to work on. But round 4 was right in that niche where he needs to be, and Ben would be able to do a good job of kind of mentoring him. He is not the long term future. I get that, but he would be good backup depth until Ben Roethlisberger retires, and then we can worry about getting a franchise quarterback at that point. So round 5, Joe Williams, running back out of Utah. He's a hometown boy from where I'm from. He went to a high school about 15 minutes from me, and he would be a perfect running back behind Le'Veon Bell. And then Nile Davis is the number 3. You have Joe Williams, who is a perfect zone scheme running back and could do almost anything that you ask him to. He can catch the football, he can block, he has breakaway speed, he has power, he has everything that you look for. But because of the fact that he went to Utah and because he had an issue of maybe I should retire from football, even at that young of an age, that's why he's dropping down the boards. Then 6th round, Michael Roberts, tight end out of Toledo, depth and potential starter. If Ladarius Green cannot stay healthy, and it would be him and Jesse James, because I do not think Xavier Grimble is worth a starting spot. I think he's a good backup, but I don't think he's worth a starting spot. And like I said, in the 7th round, I had Blair Brown, an inside linebacker from Ohio. That's just pure for depth. So going over it one more time before I get out of here. Round 1, T.J. Watt, outside linebacker, Wisconsin. I almost said Tennessee. Wow. Round 2, Sidney Jones. Round 3, Cam Sutton and Lorenzo Jerome. Round 4, Josh Dobbs, Tennessee. Round 5, Joe Williams, running back, Utah. Round 6, Michael Roberts, tight end, Toledo. And round 7, Blair Brown, inside linebacker out of Ohio. So thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of this mock down below. And may the steel be with you.